Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm going to be talking about the insurance death spiral today. Yes, it sounds very dramatic, but that's where we are right now. If you've been watching the news lately or social media in general, you're seeing everybody complain about my insurance is so expensive. I went from 90 bucks to 150, almost doubling the prices. Other people have even higher insurances with higher premiums, and they're all mad at what's going on. How did we end up here? How did we end up with everybody getting such of high insurance rates? Well, we would have to go back to the Affordable Care Act that was signed in 2010, because one of the things that they said then was that everybody had to pay basically the same thing. Older people, healthier people, paid the same price. And what happens is that it doesn't follow the rules of insurance risk. They forgot about math, they forgot about how insurance works, and that's where things break. Because insurance basically need to calculate risk for older people because they're higher risk population, they get more sick, and younger people tend not to. Yes, there are exceptions, I'm not saying no, but in general, that's how it works. They calculate the risk for the older people, they pay more, and younger people tend to pay less because they have to use healthcare less. Now, since that was forgotten, what happens now? Well, now they pass on to the younger people the bill for the older, sicker patients. And what happens with that is that young people are not stupid. They're like, I don't go to the doctor that much. I don't go to the hospital that much. Why do I need to be paying this? And yes, they get out of it. They stop paying insurance. And the less healthier people we have in that pool, then the more the insurance has to pay, the more they have to increase premiums, because there's nothing balancing out the equation. What happens? Insurances raise their premiums to keep up with their expenses. More and more younger people keep saying, I don't need this, I'm out. Yes, there are a few states that still have the federal mandate. Not a lot of them, there's no federal mandates actually for the rest of the states. Instead, California, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and one more. I'll leave it in the comments. I'll leave the 5 states in the comments. Watch out if you are in those states, because you would still have the mandate to have a healthcare insurance, or you have to pay some penalties fees, which some people would rather pay. That's how we got here. Younger people keep leaving the pool. Sicker patients are the ones that are buying the insurance, and insurances are going under. But they're still needed for hospitalizations, catastrophic care. We do want them for catastrophic care. Why do I feel that direct primary care is the lifeboat here that comes to save the day? Which I love, and I think it saved doctors' lives, and it saved lots of patients that are tired of the fee-for-service system and being ignored by their physicians and not having enough time for them. Basically, what DPC is, it's a monthly membership where in my practice you pay $89 per month, and it makes primary care what it's supposed to be. It is affordable, it is accessible, it is predictable. You get longer visits with your doctor, you get same-day visits, you do same day or next day appointments. I think I already said that. You get direct access to your doctor. My patients get my phone number, my personal phone number. They get to call me, they get to ask me what's going on in the day-to-day basis with them, problems that they have. They don't have to come to the office, they can just text me. So how does DPC stop exactly the death spiral? Well, once you have good primary care outside of the ERs, outside of the urgent cares, where you actually have good care, we are taking care of the basic things, the colds, the minor injuries, sutures, things like that. Patients don't have to go to the emergency and pay way higher fees for something that can be done in the office. And the other way it will help insurances is that it avoids referrals for specialists, for higher level of care, for things that can be done at the primary care in general. Like primary care can do those things. When you have good control of chronic diseases, usually the chronic diseases are the number one reason for increased healthcare costs, believe it or not. With DPC, they'll get unlimited access in care, meaning better outcomes, healthier patients, and fewer ER visits and hospitalizations, which keeps insurance what it was meant to be. Insurance was never meant to pay for everything. It was meant to be for catastrophic care, for when you really need to go to the hospital, you have a big accident, where you have to end up in the hospital, and it turned into pay for everything. And that's not how the insurance business works, and that's why it's basically broken at this point, and it's not working how it's supposed to for the insurance, it's not working how it's supposed to for patients. Anyways, in conclusion, DPC is not about replacing insurance. We're not here to replace insurance. We're not here to pay for everything either. We're here to do the basic healthcare things to keep patients out of the hospital as much as we can and leave insurance for the catastrophic events. For employers is super important too. So this is for all the people that keep saying, well, my employer pays for it and I don't need to worry about it. Yes, you do need to worry about it, because every time your employer has to pay a higher premium for your insurance, guess where that money comes from? That comes from the raise you were supposed to get next year. So if you're not seeing better, getting a raise or your salary getting better in general, it's because the insurance part of it, it's eating what you're supposed to be getting as your raise next year. So yes, it does matter, even though your employer is paying for part of it. And I think that when an employer pairs up with DPC, you get exactly that. You can get catastrophic care and the awesome DPC care for their employees. Have you tried DPC? If not, drop your thoughts in the comments. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.